Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day. All right, first things first, we're going to take off this Mach 460 cover, and what you'll want to do is you'll want to get underneath here and you'll kind of push right here and then it'll start coming off. Now what you want to be careful is when you do this, you want to kind of push it off in a straight manner. What you don't want to do is try to pull it off like this. You want to pull it off like this, because if not, it just basically slides on. But you're starting it over in this corner because it's the easiest part, see, just like that, just to get to. But you just want to be real careful with it, and then you can just start like slowly inching it out all the way around, and just be really careful and it'll come right off. And then just like that, you just start prying it and it all just comes off. It's just held on there like that, okay? That's it. But you don't want to just start prying it off this way. You want to pull it off straight. And then inside here, you will have a screw. Kind of get my light in there and kind of show you. Inside there, you got a Phillips screw, and then this whole piece will come right out, and there's a plug underneath it. So there's the screw that I just dropped. That's it right there that comes out. And then once you remove the screw, this pulls up, and then that's it. And that's how it sits in there, is that screw holds it into place so that it just sits down in there like a channel, just like that. And then you've got a harness right underneath here that you can just unplug, and this whole system comes right out. Next step, what we're gonna wanna do is we wanna take this piece, kind of stick it up into here, kind of draw this piece out. I would recommend using a plastic pry tool. Do not use anything metal. You will damage the plastic or mar up here. What you'll want to do is kind of come around to this side, and you want to be really careful. See, even with the plastic, it wants to try to mar, so be careful, because this stuff is old. And you kind of pull up on that side right there, okay? And then once you get this side up, the whole thing is loose minus right here. So underneath here is a very large metal clip. So you got to be very careful, because you do not want to break this piece here or the piece underneath it. So you just got to be kind of careful when you're doing this, and then boom, pop it right up. So that's what it looks like underneath there. There's a big metal clip, and there's big metal in the door panel, and then that's how everything goes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two screws, one here and one here, and then unplug this, and then we can remove this whole piece right here. After we do that, we're going to remove the screw here and the other screw here. So you have two screws that you have to remove on top of removing this screw and this screw here and unplugging this. So basically you got two screws here, unplug this, one screw here, one screw here. These are the two black screws you will be taking out of here. Just for reference, you do not want to mix up the screws. That way you know which ones go into which. These are the two gold screws, much shorter, that come out of here. Just for reference, so you remember that. Last step we're going to do is right here on this front part right here, there is a push pin. You're going to have to take your panel popper. You can either use one like this, or you can use the bigger one and just pull that push pin out. And that's actually what keeps the door from going up, because we're going to pull up on the door panel, and there is the push pin. So that bad boy is out. Now once you get the push pin out, basically this door panel, we're going to lift up on it. You do not pull out, you lift up, and be very careful when you're lifting up. You don't want to break anything, but that's it. You just basically pull up on the door panel. Forgot this again. You've got to take this bad boy out. So just pop this bad boy out right here and pop it out. Oh, sorry about my fingers being in the way, but you just got to pop this thing out. The other side came out with ease, but this one's going to be a pain in the butt. Ouch. way I got it out is I pushed over here with my plastic pry tool on this part right here. Push that in, and then boom, this whole bad boy comes out right here. Forgot to tell you guys that. Okay, this one has some kind of plug I've never seen on any of these before, so I'm not sure what this goes to down here, but you must unplug this and kind of see what I'm saying about these hooks, how it pulls up. That's the back side of the door panel. That's pretty much how it comes out. Here's what the door panel looks like with it off. And here's the magical speaker right here, and it's just 4 Phillips to take this speaker out. You also have a harness here that runs up to the tweeter pod as well. Here's the back side of the speaker that we took out. There's the plug that plugs into there, and this is the plug that unplugs. We will use a speaker harness to plug into here to put our new speaker in. That way you can just plug and play everything all in. These are the speaker adapters that we're going to use, and they will plug directly right into the speakers that we're putting inside of this. So I will put the link to these speaker harness adapters to plug into these. I will also put speakers that we would recommend to put into this down below in the description underneath the video. And I will also put links to where you can directly just buy them, which will be really nice. That way you can just click on it, buy it. You don't have to worry about going through any crazy stuff, and everything is warranted through Amazon and the manufacturer. So I would definitely trust them. I buy everything off of there, and that way you guys can get the best deal and be covered with warranty. This is the speaker harness right here that we will be using. Basically, it's just going to slide into here and then give us everything we need for our speaker. Actually, rephrase that, I have this in here backwards. Goes in like that, and then gives you positive and negative. Everything's already terminaled up. You basically got to pull that and plug that into your aftermarket speaker. This plugs into here, and then you don't have to do any cutting, splicing, anything like that. I will put a link to this down below on the video, down in the description underneath the video, and an Amazon link. You can click on it, buy it. You don't have to worry about anything. You'll have this exact same piece. Click it, it'll be to your house in the next day or two. And all you gotta do is plug everything in. No cutting, no splicing, no ruining. You do not wanna cut these off. Never cut these off. So that way that you have all this. If you ever wanna put it back to stock, or you ever wanna change things, you always will have this plug. Never cut the factory plug off. Speakers are installed. We will go ahead and put a link down below in the description underneath the video of speakers we would recommend to use in here, also with the speaker harnesses. When everything's installed in here, looks really nice. 5x7, 6x8, goes right in.
You